What's up, Wes?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, we are here, baby. Sunday night live activity on Queen City Kayak Bass Fishing. What's going on? Everything good with you?
Everything's good, man. Just trying
Great.
to balance work over here in my softball game, with the kids and stuff.
Love it, love it. Well, I'm glad we're here to talk about your event that's coming up in a couple weekends. Looks like it's going to be a big one on Lake Norman, second annual Real Heroes event, and we're here to inform everybody of exactly what we're doing, what you're doing. Sorry, what you're doing, and what this event's going to look like, what it means, what we're trying to raise, what we can win, all those good things. So this is your world, and I'm just living in it. And tell us about it, man.
Awesome. Well, it is what you're doing, buddy, because I'm sure for everybody watching, either now or later, you've seen that big Purple Heart Homes logo on the Queen City banner. So we appreciate you, Vinny. Yeah, I asked Vinny if we could just kind of jump on and talk about the Real Heroes event, just kind of explain what it is, how it got started, and just talk about, three things, essentially: the captain's dinner, the event itself, and then the weigh-in at the end at Hot Shots. And then we've got some master anglers on standby. I think they're going to be join us to tell us what they did last year and what they're going to do this year, including spots and bait. So,
and how anyway, everything.
Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, for those of y'all that are watching and you don't know what Real Heroes is, John House came up with the idea of creating a kayak tournament event to raise money for veterans. And so you got John House, you got Fenway, and myself. All three of us fish. We're Queen City anglers. We fish a lot of clubs in the area. So got together, started Real Heroes, spelled REEL. John's clever. And so the initial goal was to raise about $1,500 for our vets. And after about a week or two, we had far surpassed that number, bumped up the goal to $5,000, $7,000, $10,000. And after the first year in 2024, we ended up raising over $44,000 for our vets. And on top of that, there's a lot of businesses and individuals that stepped up to donate items that can be auctioned to raise more money. So with all the tangible items in play, we ended up raising over $100,000 in our first year for our veterans. So awesome. The charity, yeah, man. I was stoked. Like the first time I went up to the Purple Heart Homes facility to saw everything they were doing. I was just like, how are you guys doing this with full-time jobs? But it was pretty awesome to see. But so after that, with the money that we were donating it to Purple Heart Homes. If you don't know about Purple Heart Homes, it's a national 501c3 that helps disabled veterans with housing assistance, tiny homes, and a lot more than that. But they had seen how fast we were growing and all the exposure we're getting. They just asked, hey, why don't y'all just become a chapter of Purple Heart Homes? So here we are. We're Real Heroes, and we are a chapter of Purple Heart Homes. So that's John House, Fenway, and myself. So nice. That's kind of how I got started, and that's where we're at. So this year with the event, I don't want to take too much time. I want to try to be as detailed as I can, but I want to get Ped and Landon because I'm wanting to know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just try to run through it. So three things I want to talk about real quick is the captain's dinner. Number two is the tournament itself. And then number three is the weigh-in. So the tournament this year is on July 12th on Lake Norman. But we're going to have a captain's dinner the evening before at the Purple Heart Homes facility in Statesville. I got to take a sip of something. I'm getting like cotton mouth over here.
Welcome to podcast life, homie.
And it's way too late to be drinking Red Bull at 42 years old, but I'll pay the price later, right? It's what we do for charity. So anyway, so number one, the captain's dinner. That's going to be the evening before on July 11th at the Purple Heart Homes facility in Statesville. So we really wanted to go big or go home on this. So there's a lot going on at the captain's dinner. You can actually show up at 4 and start grabbing your your goodie bags. But the captain's dinner is going to kick off around 5. Now, I want to pause real quick and talk about these goodie bags because this is important. So the way this works, the first 125 anglers that sign up for the Real Heroes event get a goodie bag. This goodie bag includes a Abu Garcia. Look at Vinny, killing it, buddy. Arbu Garcia Zeta Reel. We got some Wiley X sunglasses, fish grabbers, t-shirt, and a few more things. Okay, so here's the deal. First 125 anglers that sign up get this goodie bag. Folks, the bag itself is worth over $300. Essentially, you register for 100 and you get $300 worth of stuff. That's the first 125 anglers. This is leaving fast. About 5 days ago, we were at 83 that signed up. Before we got on this call today, before I got on, there was 98 registered. So I was actually messaging Vinny a couple weeks ago. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't want your job, dude. It's really some engagement, but that last minute purge that you kind of mentioned, it's happening. So every day we're getting 4 or 5. So I'm pretty confident we're going to get the 125. So folks, if you're listening, get signed up. There's about 25 bags left for the goodie bag. Even if you're not going to fish the event, some people are just signing up just for the goodie bag. And we've got options to ship it to you. Like Barry Davis, he signed up. He's got a buddy that's not going to be able to make the Captain Center. He just shot me a message. I'm going to coordinate that with him. So whatever we need to do to get you your goodie bag, but let's get signed up. So Captain's Dinner, you can show up at 4, start grabbing your goodie bag, and then it kicks off at 5. So with the Captain's Dinner, I wrote this stuff down so I didn't forget here.
You can copy and paste it and put it in the comments as well. I've been dropping some stuff for you over there in the comments.
Oh, nice. Let me do this.
Do you have that address for the Captains, like right in front of you?
It is going to be, it's like 774 or 775 Washington Avenue in Statesville. Let me make sure.
Yep.
Because I posted something on social the other day about it, and I realized I put the wrong address in. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. Yeah, so that's 755 Washington Avenue, Statesville, 28677. And before we got on, I put over in the chat I think I got it in chat. I don't know if you can see it, Vinny, but I put the registration link in there.
You did it on Facebook. I'll go grab it.
Okay, thanks, bud. And then also I put, we're actually looking for volunteers to help out at the Captain's Dinner. If you want to get there early, help us set up. We got a lot to do. A lot going on in the Captain's Dinner, but this year we're going to be offering a free meal. We're having a guest speaker. His name is Scott Barnes. He's with 7 Days for the Troops. We're going to have the national anthem kickoff by country singer Josh Hudson. So we got a lot going on. We're going to have vendors there with booths and everything. So again, we wanted to go big or go home. Yeah, we're fishing a kayak tournament event, try to raise money for our veterans, but we also wanted this to be fun for our anglers. So that's the Captain's Dinner. Also, there's a silent auction going on too. Now, the first time I heard silent auction, I was like, what is this? So what it is, you don't have a guy up there going $5, $5, $2, you're not going to have all that. We've got all these businesses that have donated a lot of items to help us auction off so we can raise more money for veterans. So while you're there, I'm not sure if it's going to be on an app or if it's going to be online. Our marketing team is building that for us right now. But you can bid on these items during the Captain's Dinner. And one of the things I'm most excited about, our pro staff member, Fenway himself, is donating a Bonafide PWR kayak, and it's got the XI3 motor. And if you know anything about this, you know that motor's discontinued. But this one's got spot lock. So we're calling this Fenway's Pro Staff Kayak. If you don't know what this is, just go to Barry Davis's page and check out his yak. He fishes out of the same one. But what's most exciting about that kayak? I mean, it's fully decked out, and he's starting the bid at $1. He's starting the bid at $1. So I will be bidding on that one. So that's the Captain's Dinner. The Captain's Dinner. Next day, the tournament, July 12th on Lake Norman. Launch and lines in at 6:30 a.m. So you can cast at 6:30 and launch at the same time. Lines out are at 2:30. Lines out at 2:30. So the rules with the Real Heroes event, we're doing 3 fish 10 inches or above. And for my Queen City folks, I know y'all are used to 4 fish 12 inches or above. The reason we cut it down to 3 at 10, you're going to have a lot of anglers out here in the water that are just not used to fishing from a kayak. And everybody knows it can be a little tricky trying to catch fish on Lake Norman in July with the hot temp. So we've lowered that to 3 fish 10 inches or above. Motors are allowed for the event. motors are allowed for the event. We did that for our veterans. There's veterans out there with back issues, leg issues, and so motors are allowed for the event. Also, thank you, Vinny.
Yep.
Also know that we're going to have at least one safety boat on Norman. We'll have at least one safety boat on Lake Norman. Like I got a message from a lady the other day wanting her kid to fish. We were kind of going backwards and forth about that, but just know there's a safety boat. So that's the tournament itself. And then lastly is the weigh-in. The weigh-in is going to be at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Vinny, I don't have that address.
I'll get it.
All right, thanks, bud. Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill in Mooresville. And for those of you that don't know, Hot Shots, the owner's name is Kellen. He is a veteran himself. I think he's actually still active service. So he's offered up essentially his restaurant to do the weigh-in. So the weigh-in is going to be at 4:30. I met with Kellen this week, and he kind of talked about, it's great having Hot Shots on there, and people are going to come in and know about his business. But Kellen is really big on helping veterans. Like while I'm sitting in there, he could point at 3 veterans that were sitting in his sitting in the restaurant. So he's just huge on that. So he does a lot for the community. He's got it's like every other Thursday of the month, he meets with veteran business owners just to try to help the community. So Kellen's a great guy. So he's offered that up. The weigh-in will start at 4:30 at Hot Shots. And then we're going to just get right into the award. John House will probably get up and say something and then hand it over to Kellen to talk about Hot Shots a little bit. And then we're just going to get right into it. And this is the last part. This is the winning. So the way we do it at Real Heroes, we've got 2 standings. We've got 1st through 5th place winners in the civilian category and 1st through 5th place winners in the veteran category. Now, mind you, when I say veteran, you don't necessarily have to like be in the Army climbing around foxholes, getting shot at, looking for Bin Laden. Okay. What we're looking for is just service members. Okay. So when you go to register, you see the little veteran box. If you're a veteran, just click it. But you don't have to necessarily be a combat veteran. So 1st through 5th place prizes for civilian and 1st through 5th with veterans. So last year we didn't offer any kind of cash award. And our thinking was the more money that we're going to be paying out here, that's less money that we're going to be able to raise for our veterans. But there are anglers out there that fish for money. And so the theory is this year, why don't we put some money out there to see if we can promote more engagement? So the entry fee went up a bit, but now we've got a payout. So the total payout for the event, the cash payout is going to be around $2,700. But the total award value that we're giving out is $6,400. $6,400. So 1st place prize in both categories is $750. 2nd place in both categories is $200, and then 3rd through 5th is $100. And then there's other things that you're going to be winning on the civilian side and the veteran side. The civilian side, you're actually going to get 2nd annual Real Heroes plaques, but the veterans are going to get Relic Wood custom boxes, the same boxes that we gave out last year. Lana got one, and I got one. But we also got like Abu Garcia Veritas spinning rods, Yak Attack gift cards. And so, but the biggest ones are going to be the cash and the boxes and the plaques. So I think, oh yeah, Big Bass. Big Bass is a $200 prize and an Eco X Extreme speaker and some Berkeley baits. Nice. So that's kind of the skinny of it. The skinny of it. So,
nice. Well, good work putting this all together, man.
Whew, bro, tell you. And then I was almost late, right? I was outside. I was like, and I got a message from you. I was like, man, after all that.
Thought I was running behind, pretending I knew what I was doing with a kayak in the garage, but apparently it was you. So,
yeah,
I'm excited to get out. It gives me a good reason to reignite the flame. I don't know how often I can light the flame these days, but I'm going to come hang out with you boys, and I'm sure I'm going to see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while, and be good to put a bait in the water. So.
Yeah, man. And I tell you, man, that's the thing about, and I've talked about it before on some of our other socials. The only way we can do this is through engagement and participation. Queen City's got some hammers. We want the hammers. We want the hammers. Y'all can hear me. We want it. I'm watching the leaderboard. I've seen who signed up. So we're asking our Queen City hammers. I know sometimes people don't sign up because it's not a trail event and this and that, but just think about it. What we would like to do is make some noise down here in North Carolina and show them what we can do in these trails. So even if you can't fish the event, you could just sign up. We'd appreciate it. So,
And at the end of the day, you're in the green already. You're in the green. You're just paying $100 to win $300 in gear, so you're good.
That's right.
They got to get registered.
Yeah, I even thought, I was like, you know what? One guy messaged me. He's like, "Hey, can you hold on to my bag for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then I thought about you and how many first, second, third place plaques you got laying around your garage. I was like, I don't want to be a Vinny here, but
Bro,
I'll hold on to a few bags.
Ben, so something you didn't mention, I want to ask in case somebody else is thinking about it. Are you capping the event at 125, or is there no cap, or what are we doing? I know you said you have 125 goodie bags, but if we get 200 people signed up, are we rocking with 200?
Oh, we are rocking and rolling if we get 200. Thank you for asking that, because we keep saying 125 or 20 left, and we don't want people thinking that's 20 spots left. Yeah, we are, as many as we can get them. If this thing gets growing, we might even have to open up Lake Wylie and Mountain Island and do a multi-lake thing. But yeah, we are not stopping at 125. Just the only advantage is going to be that goodie bag for the 125.
Cool. Well, we got some special guys backstage. Let's bring them in. Who do you want to talk to first?
Let's do civilians first. So, and we can bring on Mr. Ped here. He's still there.
What's up, Ped?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy? So I got some questions for you, homie.
All right. Shoot.
I think I told you earlier I'm needing to know. Well, let me just start with this, I guess. So tell me about your experience last year. Did you like the event? I mean, I don't know how unique it was to you, but I mean, did you enjoy yourself at least?
Yeah, I think last year's event was great. Having the captain's meeting, getting to meet everybody, all the anglers there, sharing a meal together, and then just a bit of bonding before we actually fished the next day was great. So it's always great to put a face to a name and just get to meet all your fellow anglers, not only in passing on the water, but just gathering together like that. So I know Vinny puts on the awards ceremony events for weigh-ins as well, which is a great opportunity to meet. But having an event such as Real Heroes, where everybody came, gathered, sat down, and just kind of enjoyed themselves, was great. So that was a great start to the event, I thought. And then, of course, the goodie bag, you can't really go wrong with that. So a lot of good things happening there, and it's all for a good cause. So that's probably the best thing.
And you were a kayak winner, right? Didn't you win a kayak last year?
I did. I won a native Falcon. So that kayak is actually in Florida for some Florida fishing.
Okay, nice. So I got to break you here. Do you have any idea where that kayak came from, that native kayak?
No idea.
That came from Queen City Kayak Bass Fishing. That was that was Vinny's kayak. That was the, what is it called? Never Give Up kayak is what that was.
That was won and redonated, right?
Yep.
Hey, that's perfect, because it's that very thing, that never give up mentality, that really took me to the win last year. Other things that contributed to that, the monthly events with Foothills really helped out. So time on the water, and I do scope now, but I learned how to use my Helix 9 side scan. Once I learned that, I learned scoping, and then the combination of side scan and scope, and really changed the game. But time on the water.
You're in the civilian standing, right? Is that right? So I ain't got to worry about your scoping. I already got to worry about your count scope.
Hey, maybe my battery died that day. Who knows? Anything can happen. But no, it's been good. This year I did find out, time on the water is important. So I've not been able to put the same amount of time I did last year. And it definitely shows. So even though I've got a pattern from last year, which, I plan to try to utilize, I like to pirate fish. And I'm sure everybody knows, on a kayak, pirate fishing's tough because you just can't cover the same amount of water as you can on a boat. But time on the water last year afforded me the opportunity to kind of pick my spots, learn the patterns, understand what the fish were doing. And I can assure you guys, they're not doing the same thing this year.
No.
So I got to put some more time on the water, and hopefully it can get to that pattern again. But my go-to bait is the True South Custom Lures. They've got a lot of good, variety of things, whether you want to fish shaky head, the spinner baits, the buzz baits. Of course, in the summertime, again, going back to pirate fishing, I've just stuck with the spinner baits that True South Custom Lures carries, and that's really what got the win for me.
Yeah, those are pretty solid. I've won a lot of money on those specific baits.
Yeah, man. Well, anybody fishing Norman for the first time in July, any advice you would give them?
Try to catch your fish early for sure.
Yeah, it's easier.
Once that sun comes out, treat the fish like you would yourself. You know, fish, they're going to find shade. So if you fish the shade lines, you're going to find fish.
Okay. And then afterwards, you're going to text me where you're going to be and what baits you're throwing, all that stuff.
I'll send you a GPS lock to me, Wes. How about
Okay.
that? Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate you, Ped. And I didn't introduce you properly when you got on, but for those of you that watch, and Ped was our overall civilian. He was our overall winner and our civilian winner last year in the first annual Real Heroes event. So Ped's near and dear to our heart. So we asked him to come on and just talk about what he did last year and what he's going to do this year. So we appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the opportunity as well. Hey, you forgot I was also the big bass winner.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
You gotta get your notes right, Wes. You gotta get your
I
notes
know.
right. Act like
Yeah,
you've done this
yeah.
before, man.
yeah. I'll put it in the notes afterward, right? I'll put a summary.
All good, all good. I'm just messing.
No, I get you, buddy.
Well, good job, Ped. I look forward to seeing you. It's been a while, and who knows? Maybe we'll end up on the same creek.
That's the real secret there. Follow Vinny around.
Y'all listen.
Hell no, that would be a big ass mistake right now. Don't do that. I'm gonna have 5 backlashes before the sun is over the tree line. Don't worry. Yeah. Now, if they're biting a Ned rig and a walking bait, I'll have a few fish in, but we'll see. Well, good luck out there, buddy. Be safe.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, for anybody thinking they should follow me, that is definitely not a good idea. Just word for the
Dude, I
Lord.
even offered. I was like, I'll go with you. I'll go help with. I think you said Izzy might be thinking about it. I was like, maybe I'll help you out and just go hang on. You're like, nah, you don't want me
You
to
know
know
what's
where
funny?
you're fishing from.
This is how I know I raised my kid right. Not everybody will agree, but I'm like, come on, buddy, we'll throw the motor on your Max 10. Just hang out with me. You don't even got to fish. Don't even bring a rod. She literally looks at me and she goes, Dad, you have to focus. You have to win. And I'm like, Ezzy, relax. Like, this is not one I'm going for the neck. Like, I'm just going to support and hang out. And she's like, you better win.
She went in dad coach mode. She
Yeah, she
tables on you.
flipped it on me. I was like, oh, snap. All right, yeah, okay, I'll go for it. Jesus.
No pressure, Dad.
All right, so we got another champ sitting in the green room. This is your veteran champion of 2024. So, Mr. Landon Moore, you ready for him?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
What's
What's up,
going on,
Landon?
Landon?
What's going on, guys?
Dude, I gotta say,
Maybe.
last year at the so folks that are watching, this is our first place veteran winner, Mr. Landon Moore from last year. I want to say last year when I was signing up, I think we had, I don't know, what do you think, 30, 40 veterans, something like that. And I'm watching as people were signing up, and I was feeling pretty good about myself. You know what I'm saying? As a veteran, I'm looking at the board, not really seeing a lot of hammers and this and that. You know how we do, right? And then I get a call or a text from John House. He's like, hey, man, I just want to let you know, NC Basson just signed up, and he's a veteran. I was just like, well, that sucks. But anyway.
He means thank you for your service. That's
Yes,
what he
thank
meant.
you for your service, Landon.
That's what he meant
Thank
to say.
you.
Yeah.
And I got lucky last year, but yeah, that's what I was going. I was like, if there's only like 30 veterans, I got a good chance to make top 5. This year, I don't know how many veterans we got, but it's probably gonna be a little bit more competition. But I'm definitely going for the first place veterans. I know it's hard to win the overall. It's hard to beat guys like Ped, Benny, win the whole thing. All the QC hammers.
Yeah. Well, do you remember what you did last year?
I do. I'm sure I could guess based on a video or two. I'm just kidding.
It's on YouTube. Unfortunately, I'm probably have to do the same thing this year. I tried to find some different patterns, and all the scopers have made those fish hard to catch out deep. I'm gonna fish shallow, probably top water early, whopper plopper. It's Lake Norman, guys. I mean, you can catch fish. It's not like Lake Hickory. I just fished Lake Hickory for the last month, and you could barely get a bite there. At least Lake Norman, we're gonna catch fish. Everybody should have fun. Guys that don't fish much can go out there and throw a shaky head and catch a bunch of little ones. Good lake.
Yeah. Did you make a video for like when you fished the Real Heroes event last year? Did you make a video and post that? Is that on your channel?
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay. Well, if it's all right with you, maybe I can post that on the Real Heroes thing and say, hey, you know, like maybe like the Friday night before, Hammer
Yeah,
Time.
get down because it's probably gonna be the same thing I'm doing this year.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till after the event, maybe. Post it. That's what I do on my channel.
Yeah, that's why I didn't post I ain't posted last week or yesterday yet. I'm trying to wait till after the 12th.
Yeah. I would like to say the same thing. I don't have any footage of me catching fish currently. So I just have a bunch of catfish footage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, where did you, so I know that you were in the service. So what I know, but what branch did you serve and where did you serve?
I was in the Army, but National Guard. I did active duty time too. I was overseas. I was deployed in 2012. I did that for 9 years. So as the Army National Guard, I was a sergeant in that. I did my time and got out, and now I'm just a regular worker. But I miss my service time, and anything to get back to the veterans. This is great way to do it. I mean, I want to fish tournaments anyways. You guys get. I mean, if you sign up the first 125, you cannot catch a fish, and you're going to win back way more than you put in. It's a great cause. Love what you guys are doing. I fish with you guys. I know how much you guys are helping veterans, how much you guys are working to put this together.
Well, we appreciate you, brother. And that's, it's funny about kayak anglers. If you put 100 boaters in a room and 100 kayak anglers in the room and you ask the veterans to raise their hand, there's a significantly more heads on the veteran side than there is bad. I don't know if it's a money thing. I mean, with the way kayaks are, I mean, my kayak, I don't think it's a money thing. I don't know. I think veterans just like being out there in the kayak and being on the water, like
probably. Yep. And the camaraderie is kind of like being in the service too. I mean, you always have the weigh-ins, and like this one, we're going to meet everybody before we go fish against each other. Boat guys that show up and don't even talk to each other and get out of there.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
Well, we appreciate you, brother, and thank you for your service. Any tips? I know you said shaky head and top water. Any tips for any new anglers that are going to be fishing Lake Norman in July? Also where you want to be fishing, bait spots, brush piles. You can message me that. But any tips for anybody new fishing Lake Norman?
I probably shouldn't give it away, but find the broom beds. You guys find broom beds, you'll find big fish. It's only a 3-fish tournament, so you only need 3 big ones. I mean, broom beds are key to catch some big bass. Big largemouth love to stay around that. Guys fishing offshore probably catch some big spots too. But I'm going for largemouth, fishing shallow. Start out early too. Just cover water early. That the early morning bite, just like Ped said, is going to be really key. Get some early, and don't give up. The bite. It seems like the bite really picks up after 12 o'clock. So it might be hot, but like I ain't got to fish all day. Don't give up. It seems like this fish really start biting around 12 o'clock when that sun gets hot.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you, brother. Appreciate your service, and we appreciate you sharing. We see you, and we appreciate you. So thanks for being here, Landon.
Appreciate having me on. Thanks.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Landon.
man.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks.
Wes, before you get rocking, we do have a question on the Facebook comment. Nikki is asking if you can double check he signed up as a veteran.
Yeah, I can do that. I actually have to do that from the director side of things.
Yep.
What's Nikki's last name?
EZELL, I believe it is.
Okay, I'll check after the call and shoot you a message on Facebook to confirm. It's like a huge, I'm sure you've seen it, Vinny. It's a huge spreadsheet, and they don't really organize it any other way. You have to kind of, but I'll just confirm for you.
Go to View Tournament, and you should see anything extra will be listed under View Tournament on your end.
Gotcha.
Like when you guys sign up for Big Bass, for example, or the Elite Side Pot, I get all those lines on View Tournament. You don't have to do the Excel unless yours is set up differently, but I doubt it.
No, I usually copy and paste the numbers. John's got the access. He just gave me and Fenway access just to help when he's busy.
Gotcha.
But But anyway, any other questions I'm missing or anything you can think about before
No, so I think comments are being weird. I didn't get any comments except for what I was doing, and then people are commenting on Facebook. So Easy ELL for Nikki asking about that, and then just a bunch of Go Navy, thank you, and
Go
Well,
Navy?
yeah, Nikki
Just
said Go
stop
Navy.
me on that one.
Yeah, he said Go Navy, but yeah, no comments, no questions. You're talking to a pretty well-informed group here. These guys fish a lot of tournaments. They love Lake Norman. I expect you to break that 125 mark, and I think it'll take over 60 to win it. Somebody will find three big ones around some brim beds, like Landon said. And like I said, I'm personally excited to get out for once in 2 years, so it'll be a good time. And planning on making the dinner, like I told you. I think I'm going to bring the girls as long as nothing pops up. Traffic will suck for me driving all the way up there, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it will. But you can beat traffic if you want. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you need help. I didn't commit just because stuff pops up.
Dude, hey.
But I'll be there if I can be
look,
there.
Look at you. Look right now. So
I know.
you're all good.
I know.
You're all good.
So I'll be there to help if I can be up there. No problem. It's probably going to take me, well, let me see. Statesville from here? I don't know. It might end up taking me like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Your boys down here on the south end. So,
Yeah. And, folks, I think, I don't know, the attorney registration link, I think I put that in the Facebook thing, but I can't see it. So
I put it there too. You're good.
Thank you. Did that come with a volunteer link there as well?
It did.
Okay. So folks, the last thing I'll kind of mention, Vinny, if you do want to volunteer, just follow that link and sign up. Purple Heart Homes, I believe they are going to be giving out like volunteer t-shirts. You'll see on there's 2 time spots to sign up for. It's like, 1:30 to 4 and then like 4 to 7. You don't necessarily just pick one of them, but you don't necessarily have to leave right at 4. It's like, hey, bye, we're done with you, right? You can hang out, you can do your thing. And the same way, if you can't make one of those spots, we just really just need a head count and need to know how many t-shirts. So that's kind of the biggest thing. But there was one more thing I was going to mention that I can't remember. Oh yeah, folks, we are still seeking sponsorship. As long as veterans need help, we will always be seeking sponsorship. I love it how that just bam, man, Vinny, you are on it, man. Look at that sponsorship, help the veterans. So really, we will always be seeking sponsorship as long as there's veterans that needing help. Now, I know we're about 2 weeks away, but I tell you, I'm getting texts from John House last week. We still have people that are reaching out to help. But I'll tell you this, if there's anybody listening that wants to help specifically with food at the Captain's Dinner, there's a need there. There was some change at the last minute to the food and how it's going to be cooked and this and that. So if there's anybody listening, any businesses or anybody at all that wants to help, again, specifically with food or other sponsorship, let us know because it is game time. We are 2 weeks away. And then I guess lastly, Vinny, I'll just say thank you, buddy. I appreciate everything that you're doing. It just melts my heart to see that big Purple Heart Homes sign up there on that banner. And I appreciate you, buddy. So if anybody's got any questions, y'all can reach us on Facebook. That's the easiest way to reach us. It's Reel Heroes, REEL is spelled. You can reach out in Messenger. And a lot of people in the Queen City, a lot of times you got a fish, holding a fish in your profile picture and you send me a referral request. I just hit accept, right? And the common friend is always Vinny. As long as I see Vinny, I hit accept. As long as Vinny is a mutual friend, I'm usually good with it. But just reach out to me directly. If you can't make the meeting or the Captain's Dinner, you need something going on with your bag. We also have shipping option. Whenever you sign up, we can actually ship the bag to you. So if you need anything from us, just reach out.
So let me get 2 things real quick. Number 1, specifically, what do you need for food? Do you need like drinks, plates, actual food? Like, what are you looking for Friday night?
As of now, we've got 2 or 3 restaurants essentially that have given us quotes for food, but
Okay.
it's money is what we're looking for. So first we got to get the quotes and then we can try to bring that in at the last minute. So money is kind of what we're needing there.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's good to know for people who ask, because I may get some questions too. And
Yes.
Write this down. Put a free Queen City entry to the winner of each side of the event.
What?
So, just a little something. It's a $102 entry fee. You guys know we pay out pretty well. So you could turn that 100 into almost $3,000. We'll give one to the top veteran and one to the top civilian.
Heck yeah. Oh,
But I'm gonna forget. So put it there, write it down, make something, because I'll be like, what are you talking about? You forgot a free entry.
I tell you, it's kind of like me and Fenway. John's out there changing the world and doing this, and we just get the text, hey, write this down. Hey, write this down, write this down. So we got the spreadsheet. We just throw it in there real quick, and then we follow up. So I got you.
Good.
So.
All right, man. Well, good work tonight. And if you need anything, let me know. If you need to post anything, throw it up on the page, free access. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, Vinny. You know we appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll see you.
Let me end this.